Hello guys, welcome to Salico channel. Today we are going to perform what we call man in the middle attack using ARP spoofing. ARP spoofing is just a technique that hacker use to manipulate users, understand, and be a middleman to any website or any particular server that they want to visit so that they can actually capture their username and their password. So I'm going to demonstrate it in this video. This video is for educational purpose. So for this project or practical, we need three major tools. The first one we need is our Kali Linux. So we need our Kali Linux, need Kali Linux. Then after Kali Linux, we also need a metasploitable software. You understand? This is my own. This is the metasploitable software. This one, particular one. Understand? We need it. So making two Kali Linux metasploitable software. So the Kali Linux will be the attacker, the one that hacker is using, the particular hacker is using. Why the metasploitable software is the one that the victim is using. So the victim want to log in on his own server. So the hacker is now going to use don't Kali Linux, going to use it to manipulate user that want to log in into his metasploitable admin panel. So it's going to use it to gain this username and password using ARP spoofing. That is what is happening there. Then the third tool we are going to use is wireshark. Wireshark is what we are going to use to capture the data. So the moment we gain man in the middle, the moment the hacker is using Kali Linux, gain man in the middle is now going to use wireshark to capture it, capture the username and the password. So that is the way this project is going to go. So the first thing we need for this project is that we need to start with what? With the attacker, which is the hacker. Is the hacker that will first start. So what the hacker will do first is that the hacker will first try and get the IP address of the user. You understand? So the hacker will get the IP address of that particular. Understand? So if somebody gets your IP address, they can do a lot of things to you, to you. So they can get the IP address by either sending a phishing link to that particular person, and once the person click on it, they get the IP address. Or if the person, you understand? So, or if the person have maybe a particular software, if it is a software, they can just ping the software and they will get the IP. But if it is just normal human being, they will use social engineering, send a link to the person will click on it, they will get the IP address of that particular user. You understand? At that moment, the IP address the person is using to browse at that moment, get it. So the moment they get the IP address of such user, so they themselves, they must also know their own IP address. So the hacker will come here and get his own IP. So this is the hacker IP address. So the hacker is using this IP address. Now, what the hacker is now going to do is that the hacker is now going to set up. Let me clear the dashboard. The hacker is now going to set up and get the gateway IP address. The gateway IP address is just like the router. You understand? The router, meaning that like the entry point of the network that is going to use. You understand? So that it can spoof both the victim and the gateway. You understand? So what the hacker just want to do here is that want to try and trick two people. The first person you want to trick the victim. You want the victim to believe that he is the server is trying to connect to, is the website that is trying to connect to. You understand? He wants the victim, you understand, to believe that, oh, is the one that this person is trying to connect to here. You understand? He wants a head that okay, I'm the one who I'm the server. So put your username and password. I am the one. So the moment the person puts it, is going to collect it. That's the first thing you want to do. Now the second thing you also want to do is that you also want to let this the gateway, you understand? You also want the gateway to see him like a victim. You understand? You also want to gateway to see him as like you want to gain trust from two people. So the first person is I want to gain trust from victim. You want victim to trust him. You understand? That oh, him that is standing in the middle is also the what? Is also the gateway to what? To the server of that particular website. Then he also wants the the uh the server, you understand, to believe that he is the what? Is the victim that want to connect or that want to fetch something or that want to log in into the what? Into the website. So the first thing there is that he's not going to get the gateway IP. You understand? So he's going to type IP route, then grep default. So this one now is going to give him the gateway IP. So this is the gateway IP. So it is this gateway IP that is now going to use for the further attack. You understand? So it's now going to use ARP spoofing. You understand? Using this gateway, attach it to, you understand, to the IP address and use it to what? To pretend that is the gateway. Then it's also going to use the victim IP address, you understand, and the gateway to pretend that oh is the, you understand, it's just pairing them together. That's what is going to happen there. So now, what I'm going to do first, before I start doing my ARP, which is the step 2, is that I need to first go and get the IP address of my target. Because I must get the IP address of my target because it's the IP address of my target that will actually help me to be able to behave as if I were. So now let me go. Since I have access, I told you there are two ways you can get the IP address of target. It's either you want to send a phishing link, the person the target click on it and you get the IP address, or to connect like you communicate directly. So that's the way. So since I already have the software on my system, so I can just come here. So this IP address 192 then .160.160.11. So this is the IP address of this one, and it is this one I want to connect to what? To the server. This one want to connect to, want to log in the admin dashboard. So this is the one, this is the victim I want to connect to the admin. So now the next thing there is to what? Is to perform ARP spoofing. For you to perform ARP spoof, look at this. So you type sudo ARP spoof, then you are telling it to use what? Network ETH0 J0. Understand? J0, then you are now telling him that okay, oh, this is the IP address of the target, and this is the IP address of the gateway. So these are the two IP addresses that you are using. So these two IP addresses now, they are the one you are spoofing, and you are trying to behave like them. You understand? So that is what is happening here. That two of them can believe you that okay, yes, so you are actually so person that you are not supposed to understand. So press enter and press your password. So this one will start automatically. Then so then you are now going to open another terminal. You understand? Just open another terminal, and another terminal like this. Then you are not going to run. So this is the second one. You are running on the second terminal. So what you are going to do here is you say sudo ARP spoof, then you identify the network you are using, then this is the IP address of gateway that you are trying to pretend to be, and this is the IP address of the what? Of the target, of the victim. I want to visit a particular website and log in so that I can cache up the details of such. So this is it. So once you start up these two ARP spoofing, So this one now we start connecting. Now you start connecting, start connecting. So as two of them as they are connecting like that, so the next thing for you now to what is to activate your wireshark. You need to activate your wireshark right now. So just click on this place and activate your wireshark. Understand? Now you have already gained middle. You are now middleman because you have set up the two things that that required you for you to be a middleman. So now in this one now, so both the victim that want to log in trust you as the server, then the server to trust you as the what as the victim because of what. So you can see. So now on your wireshark, you start what the packet sniffing. So, so this is the wireshark. Once you run it, you start capturing some of these ALP. So now the wireshark have started. The wireshark have started. It has started sniffing some packets. So now you select your network so it can start. So it has started sniffing that straight away. It has started sniffing those ALP, ALP, ALP. So I am the middleman. This is my own now. Now that it has started sniffing all the packet, so the next thing I need to do is to what? Is to visit the login dashboard. Understand? So I'm going to visit this login dashboard. Let me try to. Now, mind you, this is HTTP. It's HTTP, not secure. You understand? So man in the middle attack is very, very easy. Even without you setting ALP spoofing, you can still use ordinary Wireshark to capture this one. So now let me try to log in. You understand? So let me try to log in. If I try to log in, let me say type request and I type the password 12348. This is the password, this is the user, and this is the password. The moment I click on login, so it may tell me that login failed, blah, 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 but it has already captured this. It has already captured it. So this is login failed. Let me try and enter. Both did not enter. So let's go and check our Wireshark whether it has captured any. Check. Check. Now from the look of things, so let me filter it. HTTP. Just type HTTP TP.8 and as our port 80 is for HTTP. Why port 443 is what? Try and check. So what we are trying to look at is to just come down and check for HTTP. This HTTP is gets, meaning that when the login page, when it load, when I reloaded it, then we are now going to look for that one. Let's try and see. Now this is it. So anywhere you see posts, understand? So this is the exact login. See, this is the login. So if I try to check, then right click and click on follow the HTTP stream. Now you can see username, request, then password 1234569. You see it now, and I was trying to log in. So this one has actually captured the login. So this one has performed man in the middle, meaning that as the person was trying to, you understand, was trying to log in here, you understand, I have pretended to be the server. I've captured the login that the person is like. So he thought he's sending it to the server so that I can have access to the software, not knowing that he's sending it to hacker. That is how done.